We'll get to a featherweight matchup between Jose Aldo and Anthony Showtime Pettis. All right, here he is, the former UFC lightweight champion, a man for whom one name is good enough, Showtime.
And you watch him, you know that when he goes, it's going to be a show. So when he turns his back to the camera and points at the Showtime,
right,
it always gets people excited because in a few moments, you're gonna watch something very, very fun. From that Showtime kick to the submission of Benson Henderson in Milwaukee to the knockout of Wonderboy Thompson, even in defeat when he fought Tony Ferguson, the stock of Anthony Pettis continues to rise even though he's been here for a while.
As versatile a finisher as we have in the game at present, moves up to welterweight, promptly knocks out Stephen Wonderboy Thompson as a sizable underdog that night. Far be it from me to doubt anything that Anthony Pettis can accomplish in a mixed martial arts setting, and he is back for more here tonight. Well, there's only one king of Rio de Janeiro, and you are looking at him, Jose Aldo, making the walk here for yet another big, high-profile UFC fight.
One, if not the greatest featherweight of all time, is Jose Aldo. Not often do I get starstruck, but to watch Aldo make the walk in Rio is truly a one-of-a-lifetime experience. I'm glad I got to do it. He is a star of the highest order. Aldo's title run was something to behold. It was so special.
Oh, yeah.
Every time you watched him, you knew that the fight could end at any moment, and you knew that you were watching one of the most skilled fighters across the board.
And the primary reason most believe he is the best featherweight of all time, 7 successful defenses, to your point, in that first reign as the UFC featherweight king. All right, now let's get to the tail of the tape for this featherweight tilt. Both fighters are 33. Pettis is 3 inches taller. He will have a 2-inch reach advantage. Here once more.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Dan Mergliata. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a Taekwondo fighter, holding a professional record of 23 wins, 10 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, presenting the former UFC lightweight champion, Anthony Showtime Pettis. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a Muay Thai kickboxer, holding a professional record of 28 wins, 7 losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, presenting the former UFC featherweight champion of the world, Jose Aldo Jr.
All right, commit to the rules in the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, go back to your corners, come out fighting. You ready? You ready?
All right, here we go. Round 1, outstanding matchup of strikers. Any chance this thing hits the canvas tonight, Chuck?
I don't believe so. I think when you have 2 high-level strikers like you have in these 2 men, they're going to go to the center of the octagon, and it's going to be a kickboxing match. A kickboxing match that you would see in a ring. Tonight, you get to watch it inside of an octagon. Big punch lands over the top. How's he going to follow this one up?
Oh, big roundhouse attempt, just misses. That could have been lights out. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by the gentleman.
Lands with the kick there, no pad on that foot.
No shin guard. He's taking all of that kick every time he throws it. Yeah, he's mixing it all up. Nice punch lands over the top. Oh, big head kick land.
How good is that right hand? Oh, no way, spinning back fist. Timely defense there, huge block for him. Just out of range with that strike. Oh, huge knee to the head. He could be in trouble here. Just misses with the left hook.
Right under the elbow, body kick land. Oh, that was a big takedown. Is this the one that's gonna break him? Oh, wow,
Oh, look at this. Jumps over into side mount to try to counter the guillotine. Maybe going with that Von Flue choke, or I guess we should probably call it the OSP at this point. Brilliant submission defense there. All right, full guard here, DC. What does he need to do to improve position?
Well, he's got to start to build his posture, get some damage off, move to half guard, which in turn leads to more opportunities for advancement. But if you're on the bottom, you've got to anticipate those movements the moment he tries to move to the next position. You build a shield, get back to your feet, or dig an underhook to try to get a reversal or a sweep.
And he landed the right hand there. Good work from the top here by Aldo.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
25 total strikes have landed for Anthony Pettis. Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks. Nice kick.
Oh. Well, he gets up again here, but he looks hurt.
He's very tricky when he throws that body kick.
Oh, he lands a huge knee to the body.
That one is thrown to end the fight. Yep. Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
60 seconds. Push. Aldo's strike attempt there is blocked. 45 seconds to go here in round one.
Look at him drive his shin into his opponent's body with that body kick.
30 seconds now to go in the round. All right, 20 seconds to go in the round. 15 seconds. Ooh.
He is throwing a fast, straight, hard jab. That's not a feeler jab. That's one that's really knocking the head back. Boom! Body kick right there. Landed perfect.
All right, DC, let's look at some of the highlights from the last round. Lot for the replay guys to choose from.
Yeah, man, these guys stood on a quarter in the middle of the octagon. Take one to give one. Over and over, each guy landed, and they both landed very well over the course of that first round.
All right, now we get to our second round, DC. Jose Aldo versus Anthony Pettis. Pettis gets caught with that punch. Just misses with the straight right. Oh! Oh, straight right.
Nice shot.
Well, he's been pretty accurate tonight. He's landed some significant strikes, but his corner's looking for him to mix it up a little bit more and just throw more volume.
Because they don't see too much of a threat. This guy has to have confidence in knowing that when he extends his combinations, he's still safe, but he's also going to be able to land. He's got to be finding that confidence in his mind that all the reps in the training room are going to pay off.
Very nice outside leg kick by him there, DC. We'll see if he follows it up here.
He's really driving his shin into his opponent's thigh, beating his leg up.
46 total strikes have landed for Anthony Showtime Pettis. And dipping just below 50%, by the way, 43% the accuracy rate on the striking attempts against Jose Aldo. Pettis gets caught with that punch. Don't be afraid to get that head off the center line.
Stick the leg, take down.
Just a slip there.
I mean, he's cutting them down to size with these beautiful leg kicks.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds.
Beautiful kick.
3 minutes and change to go in round 2.
Head kick.
Good sequence of kicks there by Pettis. All right, under 3 minutes now to go in round 2. Oh, and there's a takedown attempt, DC. Not a great one. Might as well tell your opponent you're shooting, huh?
Yeah, he's your best friend. Tell him that you want to take him to his back and watch him defend and then beat you up with the fight standing.
Dig deep.
Well, he's really picked up the pace here in round 2. Much more aggressive now here and starting to find himself in the pocket. Oh, looking to land the leg kick, but unable to find the target.
Over and over, he's landing these big body kicks.
Pettis' lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling.
Keep moving. Protect your face, head.
Just over 2 minutes now to go in round 2.
Look at the turnover in that kick.
Under 2 minutes to go in the round.
What a body kick. Good stick.
Oh!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Just out of range with that kick attempt. Oh, vicious kick to the out. Whoa!
Who's hurt? Throw him up. Go get him.
Oh!
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Just out of range with that left hook. Aldo gets the double leg takedown. Nice job there, disguising his entry. All right, so he postures up here and now figures to rain down some ground strikes.
Yeah, the ground and pound will be aplenty from this position.
If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move. You got to shrimp. You got to get off on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
30 seconds to go in round 2. $20 seconds to go round 2. 15 seconds to go. Oh, man. This ground and pound is good. Probably my favorite striking realm in MMA, and he's as good as it gets.
The problem is his opponent is not controlling his posture. He's allowing his opponent to get up, and when he does, he creates this space to land these beautiful ground and pound combinations.
Oh! Great round. Hey, you heard him, right? You heard him, okay? Listen, next round is very simple. Start loosening him up in the...
All right, let us get you some replays now from that previous round, DC, and certainly you got to think some body kicks are going to find their way into this highlight.
Yeah, he's throwing these body kicks, and he's throwing with all of his force. He is driving his shin into the rib of his opponent. If his opponent does not block these, if he does not catch these kicks, his night is going to end very soon.
All right, so here we go with our next round. DC, you are known for having one of the higher fight IQs in the game, and I would put him on that list after what we saw in terms of the body work there in the previous round.
He did a fantastic job of mixing up his target, not headhunting, going to the body, making that investment into forcing a mistake later that will allow him to chase his finish.
Oh, nice slip to avoid that right hand. Well, most fighters can't keep up this type of aggression and pace, but you don't have to worry about this guy. He hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight.
He has a commitment to kicking tonight, and it shows.
Pettis' lower jaw is just nasty at this point. Really swollen in that area now.
Keep busy.
I kick to the head.
Overhand block there by Aldo. Oh, shot to the body connects there. He hasn't really thrown too many body strikes in this fight, but now, as this fight goes on, he is not discriminating, working the body, and those shots are going to count. 75 total strikes have landed for Anthony Pettis. And in terms of the accuracy rate, 41% tonight against Jose Aldo. Nice punch by Pettis. And he lands a kick to the leg now. Pretty good work on the feet tonight by Aldo. Just over 3 minutes now to go.
Hands up. Double leg takedown.
Oh, nice hook. That was a crippling shot right there.
Do it real tight, elbow tight, big check in it, landed it right on the chin. Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Oh, and he lands another strike to the body. Not a ton of real estate there, but he certainly found it.
Big liver kick lands under the elbow.
Aldo gets caught with that punch. His chin is held up thus far. Got to shore up the defense here, though. Lands with a right hand. Checks that leg kick.
Overhand to the head. It's there.
Ooh. Under 2 minutes to go in round 3.
Hands up. Hands up. Let's go. Set up that takedown.
Well, he is really starting to apply a lot of pressure here down the stretch. Not as much offense earlier in the fight. He is making up for lost time now.
Relaxa, relaxa. Fica com a mão no alto. Mão no alto.
Nice punch by Pettis.
Let's go. Set the pace. You set the pace.
Back to the left hand now. Unable to connect.
It's your defense now.
1 minute.
Throw that overhead. Let me see the overhead. It's open.
Nice punch by Aldo. And there comes the separation now.
Oh, just opening up on him now.
30 seconds now to go in the round.
Nice head kick.
20 seconds now remain in the round.
Nice. Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down. Nice body kick.
Beautiful straight punch there. His boxing fundamentals are just so clean.
Oh, he looks so sharp tonight.
And what a
Fast leg kick.
Great job. Listen. All right, get back to it. All right, hey, it happens.
All right, let's get you some highlights from that previous round, DC. I don't care how strong your core is. You can't take too many more of those body kicks.
John, you can't train for that. I mean, you cannot train to take those types of body kicks. They start to really wear at your gas tank, and then you start to make mistakes. When you take that many body kicks, you start making mistakes, and before you know it, the fight's over.
All right, we'll see how it goes here in this next round. A high number of kicks landed there in the previous round, and at some point, these are going to really start to take their toll.
They do start to take an effect whenever you're taking kick after kick after kick, and watching him fight with that knowledge and that patience shows his fight IQ.
That kick blocked by Pettis. Well, it's one thing to have length, it's another thing to use it, and he does it as well as anyone. Nice kick there by Aldo. Well, just as he did in the previous round, he continues to connect on a high volume of strikes. And a good sign, too, doesn't seem to be slowing down whatsoever.
Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots. Knee to the body, blocked. Tried to go to the body, but unable to connect. Trying to establish that jab once again.
Oh, big punch lands. Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
Nice kick there by Aldo. Man, look at the redness now almost immediately on the right side of his body. Well, that body kick was there earlier, not there on that attempt. Just over 3 minutes to go.
Ooh, what a punch.
And both guys really throwing with authority. Slips the punch nicely there.
Ooh, head kick lands and he's hurt.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense?
Big punch lands through the middle. Real sneaky head kick gets in there. Liver kick, if you take those kicks, it's gonna shut your body off.
Let's go. Keep pushing forward.
Tried to set up the straight left, but he missed. All right, he engages in a single collar tie. Oh, that one appeared to stun him.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Oh, he might be out.
Great punch landed with so much power. Look at the angle of that nice body kick.
Flush right hand is true. Just misses with that one. Well, that nose isn't going to be able to take too many more as he doubles up on the jab there. Whoa!
What a fantastic strike.
Yeah, looks a little wobbly on his feet. Oh, big diving punch is good.
Left hook, right hand.
It's messed up really bad.
Slips.
Oh, that's a nice strike.
Under a minute to go in round 4.
Oh, yeah, right hand.
Back and forth we go. Just misses with the jab there. 30 seconds to go.
Look at the force behind that leg kick.
15 seconds remain in the round.
You're all right. You're all right. Let's move now. Let's breathe and move.
Can't take many of those, you better check.
All right, so let us now check out some of the action in that round, DC. There was a whole lot of it, including a stunner upstairs that nearly closed the show.
It was a lot of action. It was back and forth action, but the big moment was that big strike to the head that landed, that put him on wobbly legs, and in survival mode, luckily he made it to the end of that round.
Last round, you ready? You ready?
Fifth and final round. Oh, huge right hand.
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Oh, how about that? He lands a huge kick. Oh, that's a hell of a kick right there. He told us Thursday that he was going to be kick heavy tonight, and that is certainly a step in the right direction.
He is landing that strike. He's very effective with it. He's just being more aggressive, and because he's being more aggressive and more loose with his strikes, he's landing.
Oh, nice connection by him there with the right hand.
The right hand is the dominant hand, and you can see how well he throws it.
Nice defense there, huge block. Oh, big knee to the body, that'll soften him up. Just out of range with that right hook.
It's there. Takedown.
Beautiful strike.
Well, the right hand has been there at times, not that time. Oh, body kick attempt here, it's no good. Single collar tie now. Whoa!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Three minutes now to go to decide this one. Oh, misses with the jab.
Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick. There's no tell on that leg kick.
Takedown defense holds up. Oh, a huge block there. Oh!
He's hurt. He's hurt. Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Knee to the body. 2 minutes now to go in the fight. Oh, tagged him with that right hand. What a strike that was.
What a strike that he is like.
Whoa!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Back to the feet. Now connects with a right. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Aldo. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Well, Pettis is attempting to pass here, but he's denied by the defense. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
1 minute to go in the fight. Whoa!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish this fight.
Pettis gets tagged with a kick now. Let's see if he can rally.
Liver kick.
Well done to catch the kick. We'll see what he can do.
Nice looping punch.
Aldo gets tagged by that stiff jab. Defense not there for him thus far tonight. Whoa! Looking to establish the jab here. Nicely done by Pettis. What else can you say but what a fight? All right, so as we await the judges' scorecards, DC will look back at his handiwork. He had it all going from a striking standpoint tonight.
Man, he did a great job. It was very entertaining to watch someone be in such a great state of flow, a great flow state in regards to the stand-up. He said that tonight we would be very impressed with his performance, and I am thoroughly impressed.
All right, the official decision is in. It resides with the venerable Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 49-46, 48-47, and 49-46. For the winner by unanimous decision, Anthony Showtime Pettis!
All right, so there he is. The celebration is on. He tried to leave the judges out of it tonight, was unable to do that, but a pretty dominant effort nonetheless. He's your winner by unanimous decision.
And you've got to feel good about that. You got to feel good about dominating every aspect of a fight and getting a victory. He should be very proud of his performance tonight.